Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 17, Week 5. If there is a god, this replay will work. Today we're taking a look at Shadow Shaman's Swedish Shawarma, the Reedy team, taking on Mac and Cheese, the Hollywood team. With me here as usual is the Doctor of Dota, Randy.
Hello.
And let's waste no time, get on it. Reedy taking some snipes at turtles there, which is interesting. I don't think I would. Maybe if I had the guy's Dota buff, maybe the Dota buff would change my mind. I would not instantly assume Turtles was playing pause 4 this game. Because he swapped with Majwani when he was here. Majwani's being stood in for this week. I would say generally Turtles is probably a better 3 than 4. So, Lich coming up first pick here. Actually left in all the Hollywood heroes. Interestingly, he's not going to pick one here.
Radiant team ban.
Still have all the Hollywood heroes left in. Gonna ban out the Juggernaut.
Dire team ban.
So yeah, they are.
Anti-bitch.
Yeah, they do not care what Hollywood gets. So big cocky. Big cocky. Abaddon has also somehow made it all this way in without anybody banning or picking it. Would be a very good pick for Hollywood team. Just saying. Nothing else, I'm pretty confident Turtles could actually play that. I think he did one game earlier this season, so it's quite good against the Lich. And it's quite good against most things in the game. And I don't think... Okay, well, no. Actually, it is a little harder because Big Boiler Croy's got the Dark Seer. So they're going to go with the Rubik here instead. Might pick it next round, but Big Boy LaCroix might pick it this round, which is also a problem. Kind of an issue with that particular hero against this team is that Big Boy LaCroix can play it well, and Big Boy LaCroix is also almost uniquely in the league in this season. Good at what is probably its most direct counter.
Radiant team pick.
Going to be playing Necro instead. It's also not great for old Abaddon, though he does have ways to block the ult, to say the least.
10 seconds remaining.
Interesting decision. I don't think I like this as a Necro game too much so far. I don't like playing Necro into Fatal Bonds. I don't like playing him into Rubik at all.
Dire team
A
pick.
great matchup for you. Throwing up the Ogre Magi. Coming up next. Awesome Abaddon spot. All I'm saying. He cockblocks Necro. He doesn't care about these two supports. I guess they could still snipe Darkseer here and run Necro mid, but J-Bay hates that, and it's Necro mid, a bad Necro game, so even with a counter, you're still actually in a pretty good spot. I say do it. So banned out the Faceless last round, which is interesting. Gee, I sure hope Randy can see pick phase.
Dire team pick.
I guess we're going without Randy for the meantime. We're going to be breaking up Broodmother, who is no longer the lowest win rate hero, at least, so there's that. Will virtually assuredly be for Turtles this game. I would be very shocked if they got the Brood. Oh, there we go. I'd be very shocked if they got the Brood and they were not going to be running on
See a
Turtles.
Broodmother on my screen?
Yep. I mean, after all, it is like, even now, it's like half of Turtles' games are on this hero, so just go with it, you know what I'm saying? Not a huge fan of it so far in this game. I really don't like it in a Necro.
I mean, it's against one core so far, and it can't hit that core, so...
Yeah. Drow Ranger coming up next. Pretty annoying for Necro. The Gust is bad, the Ags when she gets it is really bad.
Spectre.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
It's actually a godly Spectre game on Radiant. I don't think they pick it though. It's gonna make me sad.
Yeah, it's not afraid of anything here at all. The supports are just food, the Brood Mother is food, the Drow Ranger is food, and there's not many mids you can pick to make Spectre suck. It's one of those heroes you gotta counter it with your 1 or your 3,
Radiant
for the most
team
part.
ban.
Now they're gonna pick
Dire
Timbersaw,
team ban.
which I don't really like that either, to be honest with you. I don't know. This is like that one of the live games we were looking at this week. It's like somebody in the live game was asking me who's gonna win this game, and I was like, at this rate, they're probably both gonna lose, and that's kind of what I'm looking at
5
here.
seconds remaining.
Necro into the supports and Drow is terrible. Timbersaw into the Drows
Yet.
Dire
Timber
team
isn't-
ban.
is terrible.
Drow
And
could
to-
still be miserable.
True. Brood is bad in a Necro, and the Timbersaw like. Drow is god into the Timbersaw and pretty good into the
10
Necro.
seconds Radiant team ban.
I guess so far it generally favors Dire, but very awkward both teams draft. Neither, well, no, that's not true.
Spectre. That's gonna be what I said. But I'm just gonna say, in an alternate universe, if you pick Spectre on Radiant, easy game.
No stuns on the Dire, like almost at all. By the way, you have Warlock Golem and you have Rubik dropping somebody on you. That's your list. It's an exhaustive list. Whereas they have the stupid Lich Glower thing and the Ogre stun on the Radiant.
5
Which,
seconds
to say the least, are up slightly more than anything the Dire has. I guess, if nothing else, Rubik can steal one of those things. Probably better he gets Ogre's Fire Blast than the Lich Glower, but you know. Thinking. Okay, I've already done a set today, so let's just do this and pretend we didn't.
Dire team pick.
Sven? What the hell? This hero exists? I don't like that
Trash
either.
fight, but
It-
after BKB, maybe it can do something about Drow.
yeah, their entire core trio is bad in a drow. All of them.
10 seconds. remaining.
Sven in theory is not like he is in practice. He's terrible in Drow in practice for reasons I don't understand. But like,
Well, I
what does
mean, you
Drow
can't-
hate? Like big alpha damage heroes that get up in your face.
Yeah, the problem is he has trouble actually getting in your face, and this game looks to be no exception. I mean, for starters, this game is kind of looking like Drow Ranger kills at least 3. Drow kill 3, Sven and Timbersaw survive, and then, you know, Sven just gets eaten by the Brood at that point. Timber probably doesn't realistically have enough to get rid of that. We still have a mid here as well. Somebody with magic damage and stuns would be good. OD would have been awesome, but he's gone. Sure!
Invoker.
I'll
That's
take
magic
that.
damage and sense.
I will gladly take that. That looks fine to me. There is going to be a lot riding on this Invoker. Especially just on the grounds that the Brood Mother in this game is totally useless, basically. Good at killing Sven as she lives through the fight and can't do anything to anybody else. Doesn't do anything to Timber, doesn't do anything to Necro in particular.
Isn't J-Bait Timber kind of owned every time we've seen it? I feel like it hasn't lost.
It's true. This would be an awesome time for it to lose. This is a dreadful Timber game outside the Brood. Two supports that you can eat pretty easily, but who will have the last laugh on you one way or another, be it through Rubik stealing your Q and getting rid of your strength, be it through Warlock slapping the old Fatal Bombs on top of your head. You've got Drow Ranger, which is just a pretty miserable matchup for Timber in general. Not going to be laning against it at least, so there's that small bit of respite, but just a sad day to be Timbersaw into that particular hero. And then, of course, you've got Invoker, and Timber into Invoker is really good for about 3 levels, and after that is useless against him, if it's being played even kind of right. Somebody disconnected. Let's go to the game. This is a little too into the game, don't you think?
I didn't see First Blood yet.
That's true. We also didn't see anything in the first 5 minutes of the goddamn game, or 6 rather.
I didn't see First Blood yet. Should still good. If somebody abandoned it, it would be an earlier abandoned.
This much is true. Alright, so this is the actual start of the game.
Prepare for
Shoutouts to the
battle.
replay client.
Oh no, that means this replay is gonna be a million hours long. Despair.
Well, I mean, it's a game of Dota in this patch. If people know what they're doing, it's going to be a million hours long. There is
Yeah.
no such thing as a 20-minute game in this patch unless you're literally at the pro level.
Yeah, Immortals have them still, but
That's it. That's the only demographic.
shoutouts to Eric.
Who's Eric?
Seconds to battle.
He's an immortal.
Who?
You don't remember Eric? Come on, dude.
Who?
Kai associate Eric?
Never met him.
Wow.
I don't think, anyway.
Shoutouts to the guy that Anani's never met.
Yeah, shoutouts to you, whoever you are. And there was that, like, immortal who tried to coach Katie once. He was so bad at it that it actively pissed me off. There's that. I know that immortal.
Hope that wasn't Eric.
No, it definitely wasn't some guy Spaz knew. He was, like, offensively bad at it. He was just like, alright, here's how you play the game. Alright, here's him coaching you. He literally just watches you, like, play. Like, you screen share for him. And he literally just tells you, like, micromanages you the whole game. He basically just...
Wayne Gretzky?
Yeah, he basically just, like, tries to vicariously play the game through you. He never explains the question why at any point, which is a sin if you're trying to teach anybody anything. And the entire style just basically meant that if he was not micromanaging you, you got nothing out of it. Either way, it's time for the roll call. So, on Shadow Shaman's Swedish Shawarma, Pause 1, captain of the team on the Sven, you've got Reedy. Pause 2, this is not Pause 2. Pause 2, on the Timbersaw, you've got J-Bay. Pause 3, you've got Big Boy LaCroix on the Necro. Pause 4, you've got Reflexy on the Ogre Magi. Ooh, this is rough. Okay, he's gonna make it out of here. Actually, Warlock... Nope, I mean, we already secretly knew that wasn't gonna be the case anyway. It's kind of the problem with that button. Now we know there's nothing gonna happen for 6 minutes. And pause 5, I believe standing in full-time now is Mitchie D. I'm not sure. The Reedy team pause 5 situation is weird. 2-7 is gone. That guy, he didn't get his friend stack, and so he is never coming back. On the other side of the coin, for Team Hollywood, pause 1, Mac and Cheese. Pause 1, you've got Godlike Matt on the Drow Ranger. Pause 2, Warcarp on the Invoker. going to shave off half of Timber's mana and make him cry. Pause 3, you've got Turtles on the Rube Mother. Pause 4, you've got Captain of the Team Hollywood on the Rubik. And pause 5, you've got whoever this guy is, Guzzum, on the Warlock. You know anybody named Guzzum, Randy?
I thought it was sponsored by Codex for a second. Legally acquired games specialist.
Who was the Guzzum? No, he's sponsored by
Yeah,
Duck.
Sponsored by Duck.
How much? I mean, in a way, it's a more impressive sponsor if he got the sponsorship from like all ducks. Like all ducks agreed to
Every duck.
sponsorship. Big boy, getting height here. He definitely is gonna need to get his W level 3 if he wants to hang in this lane.
It's the classic Warlock lane, the bane of pause 3s.
He's gonna be okay. There's a bane of some pause 3s. In fact, even Necro is really not gonna be that baned once he gets to level 3 if he gets his W. Because all the damage they really have in the lane is physical. Doesn't need to go all in on it because it won't be any use outside of lane, but it'll sure be helpful actually staying in it. Take a quick look at how mid lane is going. Timbersaw is gonna... Okay, Carb, that's bad positioning, bro. What the hell? Just decided to give the guy a big hug. Almost got himself killed there. Almost got himself killed again there.
Range? If he's hitting the range, maybe it's okay. Assuming he doesn't think he's gonna die.
He almost did. It was very scary. Necro back up to full here. I assume pulled in some refreshments off the courier. He did not get his W at level 3, which means he wants to get run over again, I guess. Timbersaw up 10 last hits at mid. Shouldn't normally be super awesome, but like, Invoker is such a bad long-term matchup for him that as long as Invoker doesn't like super start spilling, this is actually fine. Like unless he starts super spilling or he's down like 30 last hits, he's gonna be okay with this situation. He can make up that gold later, and he is always going to be scary to Timbersaw in this game, who's going to struggle to be scary at all, really, being terrible into 2 of the cores, and only defensively good against the 3rd, really. I mean, he can be a real menace to Broodmother's Spiderlings. You can't really kill her very easily unless she's giving it to you. Turtles is a level up compared to the Sven here. Turtles is looking a little endangered. That was an awkward drop on the part of the Rubik. This is so down to the wire. Both of these guys are so low. Both making a retreat. Reedy has a salve though. Turtles does not. So Reedy wants to go for round 2 here already. I was going for a very quick soul ring, which I feel like is actually pretty greedy in this lane, to be honest with you. Is not having mana problems, and we just saw him take a direct fight, right? So just get a ring, bro. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Saz beat the Invoker to level 6. Actually, about a level and a half up. You could definitely put him away. Hollywood showing up here. Tried to contest the rune down there. Actually, both supports came to try and contest here. Carp did not see this coming. And he's just going to die for it, maybe?
Oh,
nope.
Stick.
Invisibility is invincibility. Who canceled that TP? Who canceled that TP? Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. Who's getting Mondo Flan? I mean, maybe. Who canceled? It's a Lich. Lich is not even on his team, so
there was no TP?
It was Mr. Hollywood. Oh, that's so sad if he shows up!
I thought he was I don't think
Yeah.
anything happens if he shows up.
If he shows up, he can just lift the guy. He can't, you know, it makes it much harder to land your ult if you're lifted, you know.
I guess.
Oh
It's a big
no.
if.
That's so sad, dude. I think if he comes, I think he gets away with it. I mean, hypothetically, there's a chance he doesn't, but I mean, he was already shooting blind into that, and that would be even blinder. I think that Sentry might have barely covered him as well,
It
so...
just assumes he's out, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a
God.
safe assumption, because JB kind of
No.
went downtown.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's something I don't know if the Hollywood team realizes how much he's riding on Invoker this game. I think they probably should. Really would not have even been, I think, that bad to try and get a proper gank on him earlier. That's not like they exactly have the best team to do that with. Not exactly world-renowned damaging supports in the form of the Rubik and the Warlock. But... I guess that's a hindsight thing. What can you do? Matt, positioning very aggressively here in the wake of all this. Almost died for his troubles. Pretty late E on Warlock. I assume maybe it was on cooldown. Invoker wants to get his heat back. He's coming in from behind here. This Fatal Bonds is still up. It is soon to drop. Ogre just barely too far, I think, to see the cold feet effect.
Nice tornado.
The
Okay. Sir?
the Necro Ghost Show does come out.
It's a lot of
Guzzum.
heroes here.
Yeah, Guzzum getting pretty dead. Reedy dies, by the way, during this.
During this nonsense going on up here.
That's
Oh, another downtown chakra. Love it.
really? You just did that.
He sure did. He's done it twice. Killed 2 people with chakrams under their own tower.
True.
What a guy.
And the Brood Mother eats the Lich next. Okay.
Mm.
So, that's a bit of an issue. He did get the funny downtown chakram going top, but they pulled a lot of attention to that lane to ultimately ignore their safe lane getting eaten. Drow is really not terribly much worse off for it. Invoker is just done laning against this guy. Carp is upset that Warlock wasn't here earlier. Invoker is just done laning against this guy. He's just going to be wandering around getting kills now, which I don't blame him. As I actually tagged tagged Drow Ranger into the lane, who's not taking it, I would have stayed. I think if you're Drow in this situation, like the Timber Saw, like yeah, he's big, he's scary, he's 3 levels higher than you. Also, he does literally nothing at all if you gust him. And if you gust him while he's ulted, it super sucks. It's a lot of mana down the drain for nothing. The ultimate is if you if his chakram is out and he is in the middle of Timber Chain and you gust him, then you just blew up like half of his mana pool for literally nothing. Like no gain on his part. Reedy chasing around spiders.
Yep.
Reedy stunning the spiders. He wants them so bad.
No. Oh
What
man,
the hell?
that would have been. It would have gotten him over 70 at 10 minutes. You good? Okay, this is a
Not
party.
too good. Timber Saw.
I like Matt is here. Matt wants to feast.
Timber Saw.
Nice lift. Don't get.
Wow.
No, Carp.
Went under the sentry again. That's
This
still
guy's not
there.
gonna die. Oh
Yeah, he's
my
gonna get away with it.
God.
Okay.
They 3-1'd and killed their mid. Jesus.
That's messed up.
The
Somebody-
J8 Timber sucks.
somebody
He's
please
banned
get rid of
0
this
against this guy.
Yeah, this is the
Jesus
world's
Christ.
worst Timber game, and he's actually doing pretty good in it. Like, this is... He should be 0-8 right now, and he's doing pretty good.
He literally destroys in every Timber game I've seen. Like, it doesn't even like.
And
do
this is
well.
like a
He
bad
gets, like,
mid-hero.
20-0.
I don't even like him as a mid. I know pros like him as a mid. I don't think, like... You really gotta be a pro-level Timber Saw, or, like, I guess, J-Bay, to do it well mid at all. I think it's generally terrible. If you're 98% of Dota players, never do it. I guess J-Bay. It's J-Bay and the pros in that 2%, I guess. It's like double stacked on that front. Look at the net worth chart here. It's about 1,500 above his competitor on the Dire, which, unfortunately for the Dire, is like the least useful hero to have into him. Like, look at this. This is actually a really messed up situation because the Dire hero who had the best lane is Broodmother, and the Dire hero who's going to have the least impact this game, no matter what she does, is also Broodmother.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So the least useful hero on your team is the one with all the money, the one who can't kill any of the cores except kind of Sven, and really not even that. Is anyone gonna care? He is Turtles. Wake up, Turtles.
Sitting in the tower. Come on.
There are important things in this game.
Radiant's bottom
Okay, so he's gonna actually just go down to the Rubik alone here.
Except actually a solo kill, and you didn't say
Yeah.
it. Crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Hit him!
Reedy, then ults and still dies immediately.
Yeah, that's a
shit.
classic. Invoker is here, too late to do anything.
Radiant's top tower.
I guess Sven's
is
ult
under
isn't defensive anymore.
It's true. Lich is just gonna die here. Did you notice that, he held his ult there?
I did.
Not his ult, he held his EMP, rather, on the Invoker. That's what I was trying to say. For a better use later, but unfortunately that use came,
GB is
but
dead.
he's gonna die here.
Big.
Yeah, that's a pretty good sized kill. It's not net worth by a lot. Though sadly, he died to a split kill. Invoker got the most money out of it. Nothing else. Just good. Invoker's, like, far behind right now. If Invoker catches up, these guys are very favored. If Invoker never catches up, this sucks. Timbersaw going for Blink here.
Dire's
In the middle of
middle
his
tower is under attack.
Shiva's guard.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I heard an Orchid, and I didn't know where it was. It was on Ogre Magi I bought.
Has fallen.
So
Oh.
Broodmother has the Orchid, so that's going to be a little annoying for the Timbersaw, if nothing else. He's still not really scared of her, but can just disable her indefinitely. Drow is just kind of free farming, but man, with this kit, she is doing it real slow. Not a flash in the pan yet. No, the Centaur's not. But they're going straight for Bloodthorn. I guess if you just absolutely want to
Radiant's
shut that
middle
Timber
tower
and then
is under
Necro up,
attack.
right? If you absolutely want to deal with these guys that you suck against, then
Are
it's a
fortified.
good way to go about it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top T1, just going for Dire, going down with no fight at all. Poker trying to farm up the side lanes here. Timber pops Haste Rune to scare a lane of creeps.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rubik is really asking for it. I mean, really asking for it, and he gets it.
I mean, it's a lot of heroes to kill a support.
True.
Two supports. Carp, my friend, please leave. Okay, thank you.
Well, yeah, that is true. On the other hand, Drow did not make as much money as they just did. Almost guaranteed in that time. Still a baller Drow game, and she is farming completely untouched at the moment. Nobody is thinking about... Okay, they're thinking about her now. Look at everybody just start walking that way. They literally... They just see Drow on the map, and 5 guys right-click on her. Booker doing a good job.
It's like that basketball gif where 5 people turn at the exact same time.
Dire's
There goes his
top tower
courier.
has been killed.
And the first part of his eggs on it. It is good that they just made Drow run around for like an entire minute and get no money. But the Invoker is also going to be a problem. This is not going to be a game where you can just completely put the thumb down on the Drow and ignore everything else. That element has to be considered. They're still going for this. Look at this. Look at how JB is positioned here. Nobody knows though. Your Gust. Gust comes out of the back of the line here. Sven going in deep. Getting disarmed, that's unfortunate. That's even more unfortunate. So they make a support for support trade. Also made this Sven ult, I guess, for as much as that means right now. All things considered though, so far... Okay, well this is really bad if Timber dies here. Well, they're gonna get brewed for it. I don't know how much that really... Well, that's unfortunate. How much that really matters. And while that was happening, Matt just got right back to work, I mean. They got the Brood. Brood's a very good kill. Brood's a very good kill in a vacuum. Has most money on this team, but in terms of the long-term impact, a little hard to say exactly how much that means. Lots of gold falls into the hands of the Necro in a difficult situation, and the Invoker in a very good situation. Well, I guess Invoker's in a much worse situation in the short term, but he just sunstruck a range creep. They'll show him.
Never forget this game, by the way.
Going for the Ag Shard here on the Invoker. Quite close to it at this juncture. Timber going deep into the jungle here, looking for the Drow, but Drow is already gone.
Yeah, there's a spider slinking about, but not a very catchable one. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon.
Yeah. Good tornado.
Oh, nice tornado.
Yeah.
He's dead still.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Which takes one. Okay, Drow and Timber met up. Drow has no Gust, so she's dead.
Rest in
Pretty
peace.
bad. That's the only condition in this game, is that doesn't happen. That's pretty bad. Like, the one way this team can lose is if JB is allowed to do that, which is pretty rough. Boker's gonna catch the Sven. But do very little to him at this point. Pulls in phase boot, still very behind, not considerably ahead of his supports at this point. It may be greedy, but I feel like almost I think I would have liked to see a Midas on the Invoker this game, honestly. Gonna be aiming for the... Oh my god, Timber and Necro just built Shrouds, or the Shiva's Guards at the same time. That's cringe. I'm cringing.
Oh yeah.
Timber Saw goes the talent that I usually really don't like much at all, because it's pretty weenie stuff. But in this game, when your reactive armor is not going to mean anything, approximately 10 minutes from now, it does make a lot of sense. Try doing a huge stack over this side. Rather close to Ags, just 1,000 gold away at this juncture. Make that 600 or 800 gold away at this juncture. Or she has to get the Slam and Strawberry. Mother going deep here, just being an annoyance. Excited to get the Bloodthorn recipe.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Invoker getting pulled down here for literally nothing is pretty
Yes,
annoying.
it is. You want your courier to
Dire's middle tower is
go
under
be at the secret shop to buy it and then just bring it to you rather than go back and get the recipe as well, so it saves time.
Invoker has walked onto another sentry ward. This team's vision problems are horrific right now. Like, these guys have such a massive vision deficit. Literally
It's like
every
Panic
time.
of the Roshan game.
Yeah. Literally every time this Invoker tries to go Invis, he's just standing on a sentry ward. And there is never one in its spot, there's never anything done about them. You know, we saw it earlier in lane phase. The reason that we're in this spot to begin with is because there was a situation where where Carp got caught on a sentry ward there at mid. In fairness, I don't think he knew he did. I think he just thought the J-Bay guessed, but I think in reality he got caught on the ward there. J-Bay gets to eat this stag now, which is really annoying.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But, he didn't know the sentry was there, he just died of it a second time, which is super rough. Like that, invisibility is not invincibility. Invisibility is in fact meaningless if it is constantly being countered. The support line here really has to do a better job on making sure that's just not the case.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's not like they've been at like super tricky hidden spots either. I mean, it's a spot as subtle and unknown as like the little cliff on the dropped bridge here. They got, yeah. I got Sven here. Sven very dead looking. Sadly, Hollywood gets the kill. That actually sucks a lot. It would have been so nice if anybody else had gotten that. And meanwhile, Broodmother dies of fire.
Oh, Jimmy is styling on people.
Ogre Magi got a minus. Draw Ranger. Finished the eggs. How much you pay Gaben to extend your tornado range? He just takes a single pill, Reedy. That's all you need to do. It's like they're always telling you to take the blue pill, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Well, Timbersaw is up a creek right now. He has no mana, nothing to easily regen it. There's this big annoying Warlock crap blocking the rest of the team. Gonna get rid of the Lich here. Hollywood has Timber Chain. Hollywood has the Necro Q now. Timbersaw is going to die. They come at the cost of Invoker's life. If they get the... they're going to turn around. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, if they get the Necro, it's going to be well worth that they stopped. For no reason. Instead. Don't really understand that one, to be honest with you. Reedy also doing their ancient camp unmolested. Again, displaying a clear vision deficit here. At the very least, Drow's getting money in it. As the Ags. So Timbersaw can no longer afford to be doing whatever he wants when the Drow Ranger is around. Drow Ranger alone can pretty easily kill him now. Especially on the grounds he has no anti-gust. He is going to have the BKB and 900 gold though. They're scan out their Roche attempt. Radiant do figure out that this is a Roche attempt, but slightly too late. Drown takes it, first stages of the game.
Yep.
Foker going for his own BKB, which feels really rotten. Almost want to say you just can't do that when you're in this much of a deficit. The sad thing about BKB is if you buy BKB when you're already 5k down from the other guys, then you just die a little slower. That's all you do. You've just got to go something more offensive when you're in this state.
I mean, it's a rough situation because that's also backwards. Like, you want to buy defensive items if you're getting owned.
That's true, but you can't buy an item that's as defensive as BKB, which gives you nothing else but defensiveness. Like, what do you buy is a pretty tough spot.
You don't even get the damage, basically.
Yeah. What do you buy is a tougher question. I would say, considering that Broodmother is not likely to buy it anytime soon, Shiva's Guard of his own would actually not be the worst idea. The Veil of Discord gives him some nice stats, and the tankiness comes with, for Invoker, a lot of damage, buddy. That is the Aegis down. They just immediately clapped that, and here comes Timbersaw to get the job done.
Okay. That is, oh?
Nope, never mind. No double death. Actually, everybody's just kind of sitting in the middle of
going
this
on here?
massive
Oh!
upheaval.
What
Hollywood's
is happening?
Timber
Why are you
ult.
guys getting so close?
Hollywood's Timber ult is okay.
Social distancing.
Ultra kill for Hollywood. Holy
Social
crap!
distancing, bro. Please. 6 feet.
5 for Aegis trade there. I mean, I'm sure they would be a lot happier to have not lost the Aegis. I think they got very. I think they question mark in all chat. I think they assumed they were a lot farther ahead than they really were there. See how much money just changed hands. 4,894 gold passes into the pockets of the Radiant. Dire loses about $1,000 and third themselves. It's a learning league.
6 feet.
Please don't be him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Wait, what? I missed whatever. Was
The BM was that Carp said question mark in all chat. 3,000 damage. Invoker in that fight single-handedly in that fight alone, single-handedly did more damage than the entire Dire did.
I mean, you stand that close, like,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
know
yeah.
something bad's about to happen.
That is true.
It's a Warlock, Invoker, Draw Ranger,
Radiant's
like,
top
come on.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, it is awkward. It's definitely something, and it's kind of an awkward situation too, because if you all stand together, then y'all just get owned. We just saw that happen. But if you all try to play different games and you stand too far apart from each other, well, don't forget this guy is still the top net worth core on the Dire. I mean, this might be a terrible Brewmother game, but it doesn't really matter when she can turn any fight into a 3v5 at a whim. I mean, in that last fight, she actually 1v1 Timbersaw and won, so happened off camera. Now she's going to make the Spiderlings be annoying and eat this T3. Very, very slowly, actually. Maybe it would have been better to just hit the creep wave instead. Not even sure they were attacking rather than just walking up to it and looking at it.
Radiant
These things
are
happen.
scanning.
Radiant are scanning.
Dire are scanning.
Booker doing himself some ancients. Try doing herself a tormentor. Okay, never mind. Drow also wants to do these ancients. This is awkward. Booker wants to do this tormentor. It's quite awkward though. Nobody else does. And I'm just kind of running around here aimlessly. Feels like there's no strategy going on at the moment. Two-man smoke here on the Dire. Looking for big boy, I suppose?
Is under attack.
I was gonna take the Q off Necro here.
Oh,
Sven
okay.
is going
Deleted.
to yeah, just get rid of the guy.
Would you believe that hero got an ultra kill?
Oh no. The Invoker looking okay. Actually, Brewmother got the Lich on the back line before immediately getting
whoa.
eviscerated.
Little-
Actually trolled his cores
Sucker,
there. You saw his cores running back, thinking, "Oh, there's still a fight." Nope.
No, dude. It's just Turtles being a maniac.
Yeah. Quite unfortunate there. I think showing one of the realities of the Dire this game, that at the moment, even with that last fight on the record books, they still can't really go out, reach out and touch somebody. They are still on the defensive there. They can do a great counter initiation, but like, if one of the members of their support line goes down immediately in a fight, then they can't really win it. They gotta have all hands on deck. Brewmother is not ready to jump and jive. If she is even a hair late, then it's still pretty bad. Nothing else. The two guys on Dire who really needed to stay alive did. Invoker's finished his BKB, which means he's not really afraid of Timbersaw at all anymore. Whereas BKB has already had its 9 seconds used to very little avail in the last fight as well, which is good news for the Dire, I guess. It's gonna go down the jungle, finding absolutely nothing because it's just shy of where the Dire actually are. Rubik walking into a bunch of guys getting pinged for his troubles. Well, I'm sure he wanted a better skill than that, but you know. Gonna bully poor Ogre Magi here to death.
Yeah.
Which I mean is a good kill, but I mean I guess they're the later team, so I guess that's fine. Most of the money went to the Invoker, really needed it, so that's also fine. Invoker's still finding it hard to actually get in front of the Rubik. If he had gotten that ultra kill instead of Rubik, he'd be living in 2046 red by now. Dry Ranger getting close to the Mantis style here. I believe actually, just a couple hundred gold away. Reedy just showed off his brand new Satanic by hitting a wave. Okay. A little interesting way to debut it. Maybe he got messed up by an ancient game and I didn't see it. Or maybe he fat-fingered the button, trying to move things around his inventory. I hope it was that, because if so, I saw that, Reedy. I'm kind of setting up camp around here, not really doing anything, though. And look at this. This is the very definite... Okay, I was about to make fun of this guy for not doing anything, then he did that. What the hell? Let's see this actually happen. Beep!
Come on, dude. You were doubting this guy's cooking. Like, come on.
That's true. True.
Exactly. Don't doubt the chef when he's cooking, dude.
Now we must pause.
Oh my god, no, not like this!
Why is my... Oh no. Oh, this isn't gonna... Okay, 32 minutes. Remember 32 minutes. Okay. What's that, Reflex? You need to throw his PC out the window, or what?
So that little bar thing is broken, huh?
Yep.
Oh,
So this match might not be a million hours. In fact, we have no real way of knowing how long this match was gonna be. Honestly...
Spoiler protector.
Yeah, honestly, I would kind of prefer that if it was just kind of the case by default, but we can't all be so lucky. Dire smoking out here, desperately trying to find anybody they can. Not having a very easy time of it, though, as Radiant just retreats. Everybody TPs to go look at the Brute at bottom. Doing a pretty good job with this T3. It's only got a couple of hundred HP left. This top T1 is still here, huh?
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
This is... Well, this would be time to go do Roche again, but sadly it's not up right now. Radiant has very largely patched up their deficit at this point. Does definitely feel like, at least logically, Radiant should be... not Radiant, Dire should be starting to find themselves in the driver's seat rather soon. Drow is getting pretty scary, and they don't have a single thing that's good against her in this game, basically. Mantis style, next up coming out is an entire Swift Blank as well.
Double damage.
I think whether she likes it or not, she is going to need BKB in the long run, perhaps, but... That bridge
Yeah,
can
but,
be
you
crossed
know,
when we get
pause
there.
one gameplay, you
Yeah.
put it off for as long as possible, like a dent disappointment.
Radiant are scanning.
Poor Hollywood.
Oh
my
Hollywood?
god.
He's too good? Wow, this guy's crazy, dude. He has no TP, so he's dead, but he's crazy. Hello? Kill this man, please. Oh, my brother in Christ has no TP. He's crying right now.
I don't know how much he's
Okay.
crying, to be honest with you. Look how
Yeah,
long
I
he's
wouldn't
making
be
these
crying.
idiots
Oh,
chase him.
He almost clipped someone. Okay, he almost clipped J-Raid. It would have been useless.
He almost clipped the Ogre, I think.
My god, that's a Hollywood play if I've ever seen it.
Anyway, meanwhile, they're bullying this bot T3, but sadly, Because it's modern Dota, Bill's impossible, so these guys can just kind of walk at this. Invoker hits BKB, I think that's his... Yeah, that's his 9. I always hate to see the old 9-second BKB runaway play.
Rip Borlock.
Drow is free farming this entire time. Is almost up to where Finn is at this point. Finn has a Satanic. And a Harpoon.
Yes.
So... losing the 3 and under club so lightly is not great, but it's not as disastrous as it could be. Due to that. Voker being there, losing the 9-second BKB did kind of suck, though. I would really much rather that not happened, frankly. Well, the Sunstrike comes in the second everybody on Radiant walks out of the Roche pit. A bit unfortunate. Really, I don't think one would contest this without the Brood up, sadly. I did just see the Lich coming through the Twin Gates. It is actually up. They're doing this really slow. Sven does not want to pop ult for this. Would have been funny that killed him. Sven now wants to pop ult for this.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Get the funny combat music for literally no reason. Sven takes Aegis, second in the game. See who's got the cheese. Probably Timbersaw, I'm guessing.
If my calculations are correct.
Radiant's middle tower is
Oh, it's not Croca. Unfortunate time for Turtles to be doing these ancients. I feel like if he's at this wave, he actually puts him in a really awkward spot, makes him all TP here just by himself. Instead, his whole team has to be here instead. Sven gets the contradictory named Ancient Guardian. You cannot be those two things at the same time, as we all know. Oh my god, the Ancient Guardian. God damn, why is that item in the game? I ask you.
You can if you have a Smurf.
There you go.
Guardian Smurf.
Did you read the
This is the
description of
Ancient
what the
Smurf.
Ancient Guardian does?
Yes, I did.
Jesus
Oh, I
Christ
know about
almighty.
this item. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like a good carry item.
There
if
you go.
you're a psychopath.
Are you saying that Reedy's a psychopath?
I get it when it's available.
So you're a psychopath. Got it.
We all are False 1 players.
Drow, pretty close to Swift Blink at this point. Well, pretty close to the Eagle song. No, pretty close to Swift Blink. They're doing a great job not fighting during this Aegis. Radiant, I don't know if they're doing the same job trying to fight with it. Some of these farming Aegises, I guess, they think they got the long game. Which, I mean, I guess is hypothetically true, but I feel like, I don't know, you got Sven and two guys that don't scale versus Drow, Invoker, who scales at least as well as the two other guys on your team, and Broodmother, who is probably the second best scaling hero. I guess third best after Drow and Sven, so I don't know. I don't know. Our Ranger trying to not get caught there.
One way to do it.
Karp extols the virtues of this one way to do it. Someone just go hit this goddamn thing! It's been 600 HP my whole life. Was he running after J-Bay with his, Okay. Gonna get the BKB out of him. Drow's here, but TP'd right into Timber's face. Not precisely where you want to be. Reedy shows up to try and get the job done. Man, this is so awkward. Nobody's doing any damage. Except to Warlock, I guess. Timbersaw in the middle of 5 gets a huge... Not Timbersaw, Rubik in the middle of 5 gets a huge Timber Q. Sven has used his ult his first life, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
Turtles has just walked into untimely death, which is pretty equally unfortunate, to be honest with you. Sven pops his, pops a Satanic. Oh no, Dro, not like this, bro. Oh god. No, Sven jumps the threshold here. Trout buys back, trying to get the Sven revenge kill, but he just blinks away. So that's like double unfortunate. That's horrible.
Dire's middle tower
It's a backbreaking buyback, actually, if
Yeah.
Matt dies in the next 7 minutes.
Yeah, it's super over if he dies again.
Dire's
And his friends do not have the buy for him. Even though the Dire has no stuns whatsoever, they have some pretty good disengage. Feels like every time I'm looking at these guys, I just see 5 guys walking to Fountain and getting away with it. Oh no. Oh
Okay.
buddy. Oh buddy. Where is my Rubik shard? Okay, no,
not dead.
never mind.
It's
Bye-bye,
not
Sven.
dead. Okay.
Call an
Very nice.
ambulance, but not for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Necro's gonna get out of town. No,
Ta-da!
never mind. Necro is not getting anywhere close to out of town. Bye-bye.
Triple kill!
Pathetic limits.
Rubik, done with Ags, I think? Doesn't have it queued. I assume it's coming on Courier. And he's calling it, so...
Dire's top tower
So this is the point where Brewmother just walks up and does the 3 auto attacks worth of damage to that T3 bot, right? Like, please tell me I'm not gonna lose my brine. Yeah, I'm not gonna lose my brine here.
I'm not gonna lose my prime, mate. You're fucking
Timber gets
joking
Hex.
right now.
2 buybacks
Fire.
come out.
Trust me.
Who got that?
Necro Wolf round. Well, he's buying it. He has it in his quick buy Broodmother. Just gonna make
Yeah, pick
Necro
up.
cry if it ever happens.
That's true.
It's also gonna make Lich cry and Sven. Actually, it's a good nullifier game.
It's gonna make everybody cry. I mean, even just the Necro is usually justification enough. It's not like it's a bad item otherwise. Timbersaw going on the Rubik. Kind of in the middle of a bunch of
Oh
stuff.
no, they're all standing together again.
Yeah, Timber hits the BKB here, but he's taking so much damage. He's gonna delete the support lines and then find
Please
himself
do
a
not.
leader.
Please do not crowd around your Timber.
Uh-oh. Oh no, my turtles.
That's unfortunate.
Oh no, my Invoker. Never saw buyback. Invoker does not have his Invis queued, okay.
With me.
Okay, well that looked awesome and then it turned terrible, actually. JB's buyback was much more efficient than Godlike Mets, I think, in the long run.
Yeah, you could say that.
Technically the status here, Drow, is to make it 5 more minutes. Or really 4.5 more minutes at this point. Before she can do it again. Invoker has himself a Parasma. One of those new items you rarely see.
is under attack.
Man, this is so sad. Remember when Drow was really close to Swift Blink before she bought back, and now she's halfway to Swift Blink?
Actually, he's really close to Swift Blink.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So one time where somebody buys back and doesn't immediately make all their money back off of it, that's crazy. So it can happen.
Dire's
Yeah, if you buy back like 10 seconds after the fight's already over.
I mean, that was just a single-minded buyback to try and clown the Sven, but Sven was just gone. Just blinked out. And now he has a free shard from the Tormentor. I don't remember what he does. Oh, this thing. Okay. They're on to 31, 7k gold advantage in the favor of the Radiant, so it's still sort of a nail biter. Look at this massive wave up at top, holy crap. These creeps alone are gonna get this T2 here.
Where's my son to kill these 20 range creeps? See?
Here's my
I
son to kill
told
these
you.
20 range
I
creeps.
have a pause one brain. I knew the second he saw that shit. You TP there unless you're highly griefing your team. Even if you're slightly griefing your team, you TP there.
Yep. Finn right now, very commanding lead on that net worth chart again. In living memories, Finn and Drow were at around the same watermark. Now they're about 4k apart. The Invoker is still so far behind everybody, and the Brewmother's kind of joined him there. Just miles and miles behind. Again, really wish I saw a Midas out of this guy this game. Like, if Invoker has a Midas in this game, the part of the game where everything is going badly goes slightly worse, and right now he's like what Drow's money is, you know? And this is a much less scary looking game as a result. Thinking Radiant's a Roche again. Not a bad assumption. They hear it. Embersaw's gonna stand at the Twin Gate. Stop anybody. Go hit the T3, Matt! Turtles, come on! Why? Why are you running? Go hit the T3! You know they're in Roche! You heard them, the Roche roar! Come on, Turtles, please, I'm begging you. Just go hit the T3. Just hit it once! Hit it once! It's okay. This thing has the same 600 HP that it did when I was like, this thing is almost dead 20 minutes ago, but you know.
Yeah, it's like 10 hits, not 1 hit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Please micro these things, Invoker. Oh my god, this is so tragic. I feel like that's such... The way they're playing the split they have at bot lane was so good for so long, but it feels like they're kind of dropping the ball on it the more and more that longer things go on. Like, absolutely should not be... That T3 should not be still up. People should not be this scared to get close of it when they know, they see the vision. And by the way, where is any vision for the Radiant right now, or for the Dire right now? They got 3 wards and it's all like here, which is not anywhere that's going to be relevant anytime soon. I guess in fairness, the Radiant has 1 visible obs, which is right here, so not much of a better spot, but it feels like the Radiant are in less dire need of less pressing need of vision right now. Somebody's finally hitting this T3 bot, what do you know? And what do you know? Just like a couple of creeps hit and it's dead. A couple of creeps hit and it's dead, and also you just got Timbersaw to go walk all the way here during Aegis time. No travels on him. No boots at all on his inventory right now, in fact.
Need him.
Going for
Arcane Blade. Yes, he's got Zoe and 8k gold in his inventory.
Nobody needs buyback, what can I tell you?
Yeah, I guess. Throw away your bottle, buy something.
Timbersaw trying to close his eyes and pretend to be Pudge. Nullifier. It'll be up when it's up. Sure, I got that BKB queued. Eggs Blessing as well, so you know where it's probably going to be. Well, he's got his Swift Blink coming now, so now he only has 4k gold unspent. Which would be worse, but it's only a couple more than his buyback, so... Again, ancient stack here, which is taken by the Radiant. Feels like a lot of stacks have gone on to the Radiant this game, which is probably why Sven is nearly 10k ahead of anybody else in this game. Nothing else, Sven's basically done at this point. He is getting absolutely no scarier than this. He's got upgraded Blink Moon Shard, that is it.
Do you like this game state? There's a 40k net worth carry, yeah. There's a 40k net worth carry in this game, and they can't uphill.
True. In fairness, it's a bit different from the usual situations where they can't uphill.
Look at that, that guy's 40k net worth.
Most notably in the way that Dyer couldn't actually feasibly win this game. Warlock just explodes. Without the Noli, they can't actually really do anything to the Warlock here. Oh, that's terrible.
Okay, God strength.
Oh man, great Golem. Great Golem.
Standing together again. No.
So is Dyer this time. They got shredded by the Lich Ult. So many buybacks here. Try running around to the back lines with almost no HP. Casually snipes the Ogre Magi, drops a gem, nobody sees it.
Do you know that the carry on this team has a 41k net worth and they still can't uphill?
It's true.
So good, thank you. Thank you for this great game and my great life.
She had a really good Lich Ult on that as well. Shredded a lot of people. In fact, if it was not for that Lich Ult, I would go so far as to say that probably would have been a massive disaster. They got 3 buybacks for it, and they probably would have got 0 if not for the really good Lich Ult on that. Still did lose the Timber, still did lose the Aegis, the Ogre Magi as well. Not like that matters for much at this point. Drow Ranger is basically as scary as she's ever going to be. Which at this point, that sounds like it should be really bad for the Dire, but the reality of the situation is that Invoker and Broodmother are nowhere close to as scary as they're going to be in this game. And to that end,
Really? It's 53 minutes.
yeah.
Something went wrong.
Yep. To that end, trying to bait buybacks out here. Actually willing to drop the racks for this, it seems. Yeah, they just let those racks go. Fairness, probably because Finn was taking a racks of his own up here. Maybe he's coming for him now, but uh-oh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this could be pretty bad. Yeah, okay, he's dead. He has buyback though, so it's like they never even killed him.
Look on your face.
We'll get tipped though.
That's true. So trade racks for racks there. Come push. Ew. Rubik gets Aeon Disc here. Doesn't have it in yet, but it's coming. And spin buyback, what do you know? And everybody immediately turns around and leaves, what do you know? Broodmother finished up the Nullifier. Still has another slot to give up as well. And still has Ags to buy if she wants that. Which, I mean, you might as well, right? It doesn't look very good, but you know.
Oh, what is it?
It's weird, look at it.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant are scanning.
Sounds like garbage.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but hey, it's an upgrade. So has the
I
magic
guess.
wand.
It's a lateral more than it is an upgrade.
Has a magic wand, Moon Shard, which I'd probably get before I'd even think about the Axe here, unless I got it off a Roche or something. Drow has Axe Shard, Moon Shard. Invoker has a slot. Arguably a slot plus. Can get Cataclysm as well. It's gonna go for Hex. Isn't a bad idea. I was gonna say it would shock me if Timber was not 6-slotted. Amazingly, he does not have his Ag's Blessing yet, which is gonna be his last item here. Well, presumably he's gonna get something to replace the RXB, you know how it goes. Necro's also pretty much done. He's got upgraded Blink, and that's it. So, we've really reached the end of the line here, almost, as far as it goes. And again, it's a little scary for Radiant, as they are done, basically. The Timber Ult's gonna be nice, or the Timber Ags is gonna be nice, but like that's the last really scary thing they got. Dire is not done, so I mean I guess you could scrap something for no you couldn't. Not on Sven anyway. Maybe you could scrap the Silver Edge for Rapier, I don't know.
That's about it.
Yeah. Hypothetically you could scrap something for Rapier on the Sven, but full tough to fit it at this juncture. Looking for Roche. Sorry, it's going to be an extra long Roche spawn. Isn't this awesome? Like the one time this team could actually feasibly do this, and Roche is like, nope, sorry, bro.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
How's this top wave so perpetually against the Radiant? Timbersaw is gonna find the Drow here, but not gonna be able to do anything to.
It's not a Yule's Ember buyer.
Yep. Warlock is gonna take a lot of damage and then die. He doesn't have a buyback. That's rough.
Oh no, he has to feed 100 gold on Death Straight.
True, but it's not like the gold at this point matters anyway.
True, yeah.
They're getting ready to siege this T3 here, but look at the map. Slightly unfortunate.
You're gonna be getting ready for a while there, boys.
I think this might break the back door. Yeah, this creep wave being here is gonna break the back door. Uh-oh. They're gonna break in the backs. Bye-bye, Drow. No buyback. Okay.
Game over? Game over? Where's my team? Okay, there we go.
Alright, well, what an inglorious way for this game to end. After all that fuss, after all that trouble, it all ends because Drow is 200 gold short of buyback. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, that's awkward.
Dire's bottom tower has
It
fallen.
happens to the best of them. It's still better than that anti-rage gamer.
Dire's bottom tower.
It's the most infuriating way anybody's ever lost.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. The Radiant now have Radiant. Dire's middle tower is under
Oh, Drow got enough for buyback, because, I don't know, something happened, I guess. Timbersaw just explodes. Then he buys back. Sadly,
Cutting everyone to ribbons. Yeah.
sadly, the Dire forgot that they are just as weak to everybody forgetting to social distance as Radiant is.
Oh.
Conga line of buys come out, but at this point, I think it's pretty easy to say too little too late.
Alright, what a game.
Yeah, I mean, that was awkward. Does it tingle?
Okay, bro.
Well, that was really something. It felt like we were finally about to see the thing end. It felt like the Dire was finally gonna just start going to town on this Radiant lineup here. Right? They had everything ready, and then Drow just got blinked on twice and it was over. I mean, I don't know. That was awkward. Felt like tactically, strategically, there were some errors. I don't know why Dota is silent right now. Hopefully my PC is not going to explode. There's some tactical errors, strategic errors in the way that, huh? I don't care about that right now. Tactical strategic errors in the way that that the mac and cheese lineup was playing this game in particular. Like I said, like there were so many times where there was so much bad that happened that could have been averted by Brewmother just walks up to T3 bot and bites it a couple of times and forces a bunch of TPs to come out. You know what I mean? Like they had the capacity to waste a whole bunch of time and they really didn't take it very well, which was
Yeah.
unfortunate. I think everybody kind of leaving Carp hanging in the early game didn't help them either. Like if the Invoker has a better start, then this is a very, very different looking game. You know, it's a situation where it's like, you know, in the reality where this game goes on 10 minutes longer, Dire wins it like 80% of the time if they can get it there. Or in the reality where Radiant aren't as balling for so much of this game, then they get it there. If that makes sense. Like if the Radiant's early game goes a little worse than it does, if the two blinks onto Drow don't happen, then hard to see a path. But JBay put on a very good performance there at mid, which helped a lot. I think everybody on Dire was just a little too willing to let Carp die. This is like not the Carp game either. This is not the traditional Carp is somewhere weird and then explodes game. He's playing this very conservatively, to his credit. Arguably overly conservatively in some areas. Um, but, you know, ultimately, I don't know. Very awkward. And puts a bad taste in my mouth. Let's see what happens next time.